Happy April Fools, bitches! Fuck this thing! It's Angry Birds cross the Transformers Thundercracker. OTF Source, your ethics are so big and girthy. When you say that you are going to give someone a free mystery gift with $300 purchase, you sure do pull out all the stops. I can't believe you'd grace me with such a spectacular figure for only $300. Your generosity knows no bounds, and I will be eternally grateful, you fucking assholes. Let's start out in the vehicle mode for this thing because the transformation from vehicle to robot is truly special. His alt mode is an incredible car jet thing without a windshield, and I can't imagine a more perfect form of transportation. You just want to feel the wind on your face sometimes, and if this thing can fly like a jet, you'd really get the version of that experience for the ages. But honestly, this works both ways. Because if this is actually really slow like a golf cart or something like it looks, then at least the wind pressure won't kill you. So moving fast or slow, both are awesome. And look at it, it's beautifully streamlined. Everything is so swooped and smooth. I'm sure this would have a hard time showing up on radar. Probably because it can't get high enough off the ground for the radar to work, but you know, that just means that this is some kind of stealth vehicle. Wow, that makes me really not want to hit this with a hammer. Now, this doesn't really roll well because the underside is actually spring-loaded, causing it to press into the ground, forcing the front tires up and away. But imagine if this could. It'd be really good at it if it could, right? Like, if it could roll, it would obviously be great at it. So we should just treat it as if it already can. That's the only fair way to review this. Now, this has got to have one of the most complex and interesting transformations I've ever handled. So, step 1 is you lift this off the ground by clasping your fingers around it. Then, you open your other hand and put this in that other hand. Step 5 is you close your fingers around it, and then you take it and you throw it, thus completing step 17, and now it's transformed. Now sometimes that doesn't work, and I just want you to know that you shouldn't feel bad you couldn't get it to transform. You just did something wrong, and if you stop being stupid, it will work next time. Seriously, just roll more IQ like smart people do, and throwing it works more good. If you want to be real smart, you can also hit it, and that might work too. You know, oftentimes you run into figures who have alt modes that are nothing, just a useless brick. This thing is so genius because it makes the robot mode into the nothing instead of the alt mode. Seriously, name one other time the robot mode was just a vaguely non-humanoid shape. Can't do it, can you? That's how you know the designers were on some next level shit. Like, just look at all the detail that's not here. Can't get that just anywhere. And this thing is really stable because it's got giant disproportionate feet and like no mass in the rest of his body, so that's awesome. I mean, look at all the value you get for what's apparently $20 at retail! He's got barely any paint, and that's great because there's basically nothing here to damage, even though that's not typically a big problem on the majority of normal figures, and YouTubers need to stop being petrified of the possibility. And what's here isn't even good, so you know, if you damage it, who cares? That's the genius of this figure. He sucks so good, he's amazing. And even if you do break it, you won't feel bad because it's terrible. It's so good. One thing that's incredible about this guy is that he kind of almost has arms, and even parts that kind of look a little like legs. There's even molded detail of something that looks vaguely like fists on the inside of the flaps that pass for his arms that you have to really try hard to see. That's luxury right there! And then you get to the face and just wow, this blows my mind. I can't believe I've never thought of this before. But more figures need a constipated expression, and clear dawning horror that they absolutely just shit themselves. Now the head is made out of rubber because the designers of this figure were some kind of fourth-dimensional intelligences, and they knew that if it wasn't, then bad things would happen. I don't know what, but I'm clearly not as smart as them. So, the look of this figure is godly and amazing. We would all be lucky to be gifted something like this for the low, low price of $300. Now this thing doesn't come with any accessories, which is good because that just means there's less for you to lose, except for that one accessory it came with that I lost. But that's not all. This thing articulates. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find any other figure that can do that. He has headbanging action, that's metal, and everyone alive wishes that they themselves could do this too. Arms are on a pin swivel that goes straight up, and that's it. And I mean, thank God for that. Could you imagine if it went out to the side and had like elbows? Oh, that would be like way too many options. How am I supposed to decide where the arms go when I have that many choices? And then the whole body can do this. And that's incredible. Squats are a really good exercise to keep you in shape, and it's just great to see a figure that promotes healthy living. And my final thoughts are that this is an amazing figure. It's so not insulting at all, and it didn't make me stop using TF Source for years. I don't feel taken advantage of, or tricked or anything. And that's all on this figure. Isn't it great? Getting this was not in any way like TF Source coming to my house, shoving this into my hands against my will, and saying, hey, you throw this away, then disappearing in a cloud of fart gas. I'm so grateful. I couldn't want to kill you sons of bitches anymore for it. I'm just so thrilled I could scream incessantly and rant like a crazy person, or even make a whole video sarcastically about this thing. And I definitely wouldn't make it shorter than normal because fuck this thing, even though I could go on longer. Anyways, it's time for the monthly shoutouts. If you'd like a shoutout, all you need to do is follow the instructions on screen. Seriously, it's just that simple. Just follow the instructions. Read them. And without further ado, first up, big thank you to Dedalian Arts, who has been working on an April Fool's fan art for months at this point of an evil alternate version of myself, Perspective Convoy, with his sidekick, Cancerous Wheeljack from Transformers Prime. And he just wanted it to be clear, I'm a parts former in this pic. Thanks, man. It's awfulsome. Awesome. Terrible. This is a new one. Hellsnake is making music. I've taken a listen to it, and it's got that good dark 80s aesthetic I like so much. Nice work, dude. I'll be sure to check more of your stuff out. Transformers Geek 14 is making stop motions, a classic thing for my fans to do. He's even been doing it so long that his series has seasons. Longtime commenter Cheese and Swiss Productions is trying to make a Transformers stop-motion universe of their own. I swear every last one of you makes stop motions. Prime02 wants me to do something that's probably long overdue, and shout out my moderation team on Discord. So huge thanks to Server's Resident Idiot, CEO of Sex, Dromus, Phasmus Prime, Flameamus Rhyme, Gamer37XDes, Good Charizard, Hoovy, I'm not reading all of that, I Really Hate Beast Machines, Jacob, Man, I'm Just Tired Hyde, Pumpkinmus Prime, BertoBoi, Mason the Awesome, Random Rando, Lucas Prime, and Mr. Toaster. My server would be nothing without you guys. I owe you so much and I can't thank you enough. Mr. Paper Toaster wants you to check out their Simple Transformers Photography Instagram account. They are really good at dynamic posing, so if you've ever wanted good ideas for stances to put your figures in, check them out. Drigo Leos' birthday was on the 16th, so happy birthday, man. I hope you had a great time and that this message brightens up your day. King Kyle 5 is back again, and he's asked me to shout out his pixel art commissions, so check him out if you want something for, say, a profile pic or other such uses. And he wants me to shout out his brother's drawing channel. Check that out for time-lapse drawings set to music. Teletranej would like you to check out their figure photography on Instagram that is actually more than just Transformers, and his stuff is stylish. Alvin Ball 4 has 2 separate YouTube channels where they stream games and do Transformers reviews. And lastly, happy birthday to Cohen Kendrick's friend Austin, whose birthday is in fact today, April 1st. That has to be a huge pain in the ass, man. I am sorry. And that's not half what I have to say, but it's enough what I have to say. And I know, you know, what everyone else tells you to do at the end of these videos. So, if you liked what you saw here, please do that. And if you'd like to take it a step further, then please, share this video with any friend you think may be interested. I hope you all enjoyed listening to me waste your time.